मिल्लते अहमद की मालिक।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today we are gathered here to announce and discuss the viral competition. So what the viral competition is, that we requested khuddam from regions from across the UK to construct a video and submit it to the national Ishad team. And the topic of the video was the need for Khilafat. So with me today on the panel for judging are Sardar Hamid Sahib. Jazakallah Sardar Sahib for joining us. Next to Sardar Hamid Sahib is Amir Safir Sahib. Jazakallah Amir Safir Sahib for joining us. And next to him is Shahzad Ahmed Sahib. Jazakallah Shahzad Sahib for joining us. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the first video and have a look at the first video, which was made by Jamia Qiyadat. And we'll discuss the results afterwards.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يعبدونني لا يشركون بي شيئا. And God promises to establish His kingdom on earth, i.e. Khilafat. Now there is no worldly leader that can actually do this. That is why Khilafat is needed.
When we talk about the need for Khilafat, it is important that we understand that this very man is God's representative on earth. And it is only through him that we can gain nearness to God.
जिंदाबाद खिलाफत जिंदाबाद 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 खिलाफत जिंदाबाद हमारा खिलाफत पे ईमान है ये मिल्लत की।
Mankind has come a long way in terms of worldly development. However, it is declining in spirituality. And just as you need an Aristotle to guide the world towards worldly progress, in the same way you need Khilafat to steer the ship of mankind towards the true God.
Today, we see many leaders, many great minds and powers and people have come together to shape society today. So why? What is the need for Khilafat?
We need Khilafat for our own individual spiritual progress. And we see that those people who are close to the Imam will always benefit from his spiritual grace.
So the question here is not whether we need Khilafat, but what are we doing to gain the nearness of our beloved Huzur?
So that was an entry from Jamia Millia UK. First of all, I'd like to know the score that you would give this viral out of 10. Sardar Sahib?
I will give the score.
Of course, whichever way you find best.
This is the score. Giving
6.
6 score.
Amir Sahib, any feedback or comments?
I think it was a decent attempt. I mean, in a short space of time, but I've given a 6.
Okay, so you've given a 6 also. Jazakallah. So the total for the first video tallies up to 18 marks. The next video is an entry submitted by Masroor region. So let's have a look at the next entry.
खिलाफत क्या है एक फजले अजीम रब रहमा है सरासर नूर और रहमत इल्म और हिकमत का गुलिस्ता है खिलाफत क्या है एक फजले अजीम रब रहमा है सरासर नूर और रहमत इल्म और हिकमत का गुलिस्ता।
The Prophet ﷺ taught his followers then one type of waqf, that is devoting one's life or time for the sake of Allah, is to serve God's creation and show love towards them. This requires true selflessness and love for others. The person does not rest until he has solved the problems of others.
Masoor region's entry. So does have any comments before we ask for your total?
Yeah, Jazakallah. I think it was well composed, well researched. The central message was easy to see there.
So how much would you give out of 10 for this
eight.
An 8?
8.
Take it, exactly. The next entry is from Qamar Ahmed Zafar Sahib, who is a student from Jamia Ahmadiyya UK. So this was an individual entry. Qamar Ahmed Zafar Sahib from Jamia Ahmadiyya UK.
The need for Khilafat. Whether it be Luis Enrique, who won Barcelona 19 trophies, be it Thomas Jefferson, who led America to independence, or be it Sir Steve Jobs, who led Apple to becoming the most successful company in the world, these great personalities, and many more, tell us that we direly need one thing: leadership. Leadership is what every institute, company, and club needs in order to be successful. So when it comes to Islam, should that change? Well, of course not, but the question is, what kind of leader do we need? Let's take a look back into the past and see for ourselves what kind of leader we need. We need a leader who cares for us. A leader who, despite being so busy, manages to find the time to reply to our letters, listen to our worries, and even engage with the youth. We need a leader who prays for us. Like when a man requests a Khalifa of Allah to pray for the successful birth of his son. He prays all night. So much so that even after the birth, when the man has even fallen asleep, the Khalifa lies prostrate in supplication. We need a leader who guides us, a leader who constantly shows us how to improve and how to live together as one big loving society, a leader who doesn't forget to mention the men, women, rich and poor, a man to whom all his children are equal. We need a leader who leads, a leader who steers the world to peace, a leader who, despite facing fierce persecution, never gives up or shows signs of frustration.
Gentlemen, this is Jamia Ahmadiyya UK, and this is what Khilafat means for us.
I don't have land here. I don't have any physical farm here. Only the physical farm now is the whole of the community. And you are the selected fruit trees of that farm.
We need Khilafat, and Allah has given us Khilafat. The question now remains, how faithful are we to this great leadership?
Jazakumullah, that was Qamar Ahmed Zafar Sahib from Jamia Ahmadiyya UK. He submitted this viral on an individual level. So Hamid Sahib, I want to ask you the question, how best do you think Qamar Sahib addressed the topic of the need for Khilafat?
Very well. I think in a very short, limited time, he has touched many areas, and that is well covered, well researched, well presented. I think I will give him marks 9.
9, exactly. So you think it was every area was just given justice?
That's right.
Amir Safir Sahib, content-wise,
I've given an 8.
this was an entry submitted by Bromley and Lewisham.
But by the grace of Allah, we have one to guide us to the right path and someone to look up to. Ijtema is a great opportunity to express your skills and technical abilities for tilawat, azan, nazm, speech and physical abilities. Please don't miss this opportunity provided by Huzur and Jamaat. Wassalam, see you in Ijtema, inshallah.
So Jazakallah, dearest viewers, there were 4 viral entries that Khuddam from all over the UK submitted. They were given a 3-minute time limit, and the results are as follows. First position goes to Qamar Ahmed Zafar Sai from Jamia, who achieved 24 points. Second position goes to Masroor region, who achieved 23 points. And third position goes to Jamia Qiyadat, who achieved 18 points. Jazakumullah judges for your time and for your judgment.
मिल्लते अहमद की मालिक